The first time I got turned on in any way after the rape, I burst into floods of tears. And I hadn't cried up until that point about it, actually. I'd just been in this kind of fugue zombie shock state. So the coming back to myself could also be bizarrely more painful than just staying traumatized sometimes.
I've been in one short-term relationship since, and a little bit into that relationship we did have a conversation about what had happened to me, because I feel like I do want to be honest with the person I'm with because this is going to affect me. And I don't think he really knew how to support me.
I was actually pretty fortunate in that I got into a great relationship fairly shortly afterwards, but in that time it was just a lot of listening to myself and a lot of being surprised by my reactions.
And essentially this is why the relationship broke down. And I think this is something that a lot of survivors might be able to relate to, that a partner may feel that you're putting too much pressure on them or expecting too much from them. I think especially if you're younger and you're going from several short-term relationships perhaps.
I got into another relationship with someone else who was very understanding and completely supporting, but didn't really have the tools to talk to me about it in the way that I wanted, and it caused a lot of problems within our relationship.
Because my boundaries had been broken, kind of smashed through in effect, my boundaries then were kind of gone, and I wasn't able to keep up those physical boundaries around myself. So I actually became quite promiscuous. But also because of what trauma had happened, I think I was physically quite numb, and so I wasn't able to really enjoy those sexual experiences. I then found it very hard to trust people.
There was a time when I wanted to meet with the perpetrator and try and explain the effect that they'd had on me. The relationship I was in at the time, the person was quite understandably very upset about that and kind of aghast. The way my ex spoke to me about it, he would always be really graphic about in reminding me what had happened to me, which I didn't really need. I experienced it.
Since then, and since being able to heal myself physically and reconnect with pleasure, I've been able to trust again, to kind of learn that again. And now I'd say that relationship is actually one of the most healing things for me, because I'm accepted fully as who I am, as all of the parts of myself, and there's no pressure to be in a particular way.